Hi, I'm Chase Weaver,
I'm Joe Lungi.
and this is the Objective Perspective.
Thanks for joining us.
Oh, okay, cool, good. We're right into it. Let's talk about news.
Jump
because,
right in.
Yeah, I want to talk about the news. There's been a lot going on this week, more than the last 2 weeks combined, probably.
It's been happening.
It's a happening. Look, viewers is it's a growing industry. So I'm excited to see what growth we can accomplish through our podcast.
We're not even a minute in. I can't even keep the straight face. What's our first story?
PSVR is selling pretty well.
Yeah.
Like, more than Sony expected. Like, they have been running shortages and stuff on it, which has been kind of crazy, actually. Like, to think that out of Oculus Rift and the Vive, that this was the one that was going to hit it off.
So apparently they're at approximately 1 million units sold through, which is important because obviously more than 1 million have been sent out to retailers like GameStop, Best Buy. But if they've sold a little under 1 million through to actual consumers, that's a pretty big deal.
This is the biggest success to VR we've seen.
That's a win. That's a W.
Unlike Oculus, which has taken the L, and Vive, which has taken the L, this is taking the W. This is the big home. This is the gold look. So like PlayStation, you get a gold cup for the big victory, and they got the gold cup in VR.
I gotta know what the Oculus Rift sales are.
They are not as high.
I have a source right here that says 3.6.
Like million?
Yeah.
Is it sold through or sold?
I think that would just be souls.
Yeah, souls.
Sold.
The souls of
Souls,
the Oculus.
the souls, yeah.
Oculus souls.
Let's see, Polygon. How many Rifts? That's old.
All right, yeah. Let's just.
I didn't mean to do that.
Let's keep pulling up articles and fucking it up. But this is a big win for like also cheap VR. Guess what? It sold well, which is kind of an important thing to think about. Oculus Rift and Vive, or Vive especially, is just super expensive. Like to get a Vive, you need like a good space you're living in to have one, and B, a lot of cash to drop. Like I don't know how Danny got one.
Because Danny's a crazy man who loves VR, and now he's living the dream. Because he would never leave. He would just strap into the Matrix and live there, man. He wants to live the Tron future.
All I see is when we get on like Discord, if I'm playing games, it's just like Danny playing Audio Shield. And he's like, man, music and then hitting with my shield is so good, and I'm like, these games sound like garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Like VR doesn't sound good, so
no, I don't think it does. Not to me.
Actually, the game stuff for it like just seems. In comparison to like any of the games coming out, they all just kind of suck.
But I didn't think there'd be good games. Like I kind of expected it to be shit.
So there is.
Yeah.
VR is still shit. There's the perspective coming in.
Well, here's the thing. I remember when Oculus kind of first got that huge marketing push, and everyone was talking about, oh, this is the future of video games. And like me being the contrarian, I rolled my eyes. I was like, no, hang on a sec. I like traditional gaming. I don't want to live in a world where that's replacing it. And that was the language being thrown around for a while. I think now people have sort of tempered that a little bit to say it's the future, but maybe not an alternative, but maybe something to go along with it.
Yeah.
I don't want traditional gaming to go away. I want to have a controller and look at a TV screen still. Maybe I'm crazy for wanting that. Maybe I just don't appreciate this new VR
So
feature.
have you tried VR?
That's the thing. I've never worn a headset.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Neither have I. So like I want to know.
Yeah,
I want to experience it
for sure
before I give my full opinion on that. Like, but like from what I don't want like until like motion controllers are so good that like sort of just waving my hands around. Like it's cool that Danny can block musical beats with a shield, but also like anything on like with a controller is gonna feel better, I think, or have more game to it.
It's just more tactile.
Yeah.
But also, I just think the games I play don't translate well to VR. You know, like, when you think VR, you think a first-person shooter would be good. That's not the highest on my list.
Yeah.
You know, I want to play a JRPG. That in VR, like, it doesn't matter. Like, who cares? The coolest thing VR did to me in my head, I'm like, man, what if I played Etrian Odyssey in VR?
See, that'd be pretty cool.
Any kind of first-person dungeon crawl in VR would be rad. Like, if they make that game, sure, I'll give that a try.
That's not where Etrian Odyssey is going to go?
That's where Etrian Odyssey goes. You look down, you have the map in your hands.
Oh my god, that'd be... Okay, wait, no, we can't... So, like, we have to hold back on these ideas because I feel like we just had hit, like, a money spot there.
How has there not been a first-person dungeon crawler for any VR platform yet?
Because it costs a lot of money, probably.
Sure, yeah.
And VR just costs a lot of money in general to make for, then, like, making, like, an expensive game for VR, which no one's buying.
Give me a big maze and some big goofy monsters walking around that maze. I'm in.
Yeah.
I'll walk around that maze.
I'd walk around that maze with you.
Also, like, shoot 'em up, kill 'em up space games in a cockpit. That sounds fun. Yeah. If I can fly around a spaceship.
Valkyrie,
EVE Online.
EVE Online,
yeah.
Valkyrie thing, yeah.
I'll play that.
I heard that wasn't good.
I heard it wasn't great, but like that concept, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'd want.
Wasn't what's it called? Not Rebel Galaxy. What's the space sim game that came out?
Oh, it came out.
It came out. Yeah,
oh,
it's
tell me
it's
more.
totally released. Well, that's not a lot for a lot of space sim games, to be honest. Elite Dangerous, I think, is VR compatible.
Really?
Which that'd be pretty cool to play in VR. I think.
Sure.
Yeah.
I just don't know how many genres really benefit from VR.
Yeah,
You know, in a meaningful way.
Especially like the JRPG people that we are. Like that's what we want to play. Like I don't know if the new Zelda would be great with VR.
Exactly. I don't need to play Metal Gear Rising in VR. Like that's.
Okay, well,
I feel like that makes it worse.
Hold on.
No, because I want to see my goddamn controller while I'm playing a stylish action
See,
game.
the thing is, I don't think I need to see a controller to play. Like, if someone said press triangle, I can hold the
yeah,
controller and go, I can press triangle. I don't think I need to see the controller
I've put the
anymore.
controller under a blanket and played games. I can do that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I don't think a stylish character action game benefits from being in VR.
If we get real close to that style, though.
Maybe.
Yeah, like, think about
If
how...
you see that Metal Gear up close.
Well,
like,
if you're
that could
cutting
be
into
cool.
it and you're just pushing your head closer as you cut into it.
You know what would be cool? I bet For Honor would be cool in VR.
I don't think that'd be that beautiful.
For Honor's not actually that cool.
Yeah.
So, there's that.
Spoiler alert.
Resident Evil, how's that in VR?
God, I've heard that's amazing.
I've heard that's the way to play that game.
Yeah, and I don't own a PlayStation VR, so I could not experience it.
Yeah, horror games would be great.
Or I think some games would really benefit and some games wouldn't. I think that's just gaming in general.
And I think that's why the language of it being the future turned me off to VR so much.
Yeah. Though I do like the idea of just having a really nice screen right in front of your face.
Sure.
Like, as an idea, just being like, oh, my TV sucks. Like, I have to spend more money on a TV now just to get a good TV to play in a room.
Then a burglar breaks into your house. You have no idea he's there.
Yeah, good.
Kills your dog.
Finally.
Steals
like
all the valuables in your house.
If I'm not willing to risk my own safety for the future of video games, then what are we doing this podcast for?
You're right. That's a fair point.
Yeah. Thank you.
What's our next topic?
You don't want to talk about the future? Twitch
we'll talk about the future. Tell me about the future of Twitch.
Twitch is selling games this spring. They're gonna start streamers when they play their games. If they opt into this, can start like being like, "Hey, I'm playing this game." At the bottom, will be like, "Hey, buy this through Amazon because Twitch is owned through Amazon now."
Button right there.
Button
hey,
right
you
there.
See me
Hey,
playing this game? Click it.
You love me playing some Ghost Recon Wildlands? Here it is, right here. Down.
That's a streamer game, all right.
That's a game. That's a streaming game. And so, if they buy it through them, they get a little bit of the kickback.
Yeah, they go $2.
They get $2, which is not. That's not bad.
No, that's not. I mean, that's how much a sub is, right?
Yeah. No, sub's like $5.
Oh, okay. Well, still, that adds up if you have a couple people doing it. Like, streamers don't make a lot of money anyway.
No. Well,
Most of them.
Most of them don't make a lot of
low
money.
end.
Yeah.
High impact.
It's one of those like GameStop employee jobs that you make $7.25 an hour like streaming.
God, how we brought GameStop into this.
What?
Anyway, how do you feel about this? Is this gross to you? Do you think
it's
fine?
super gross.
Okay.
It's super gross. It's
I think there's shades of grossness. That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, it depends on what the streamer is. Like, if it's some person who's like, oh man, Ghost Recon, it's so fucking good, guys, and is like playing it and has maybe played a little bit beforehand and knew all the good things to show off without showing the bad things, and he has a good amount of followers, and he can get some pretty good revenue, I bet, if some impressionable young men are watching.
So my thing is, we live in this kind of culture now where it's very personality driven on YouTube and sort of the media space. I feel like, I know we say consumers are stupid. Consumers are dumb. I feel like people can see through that for the most part. When you follow a personality like that, you know when they're being fake, or you know if they are or they aren't, I feel like. You know what I'm saying?
I think for some, that's easier to see than other people. Like, I think you and I, since we like watch a lot of shitty social media, video game people,
sure,
that we can see that a little easier than something like, like how many people will see through this? It's like, how many people saw through that Warner Brothers Shadow of Mordor stuff if someone didn't say anything about it? Like, that was a real problem.
I think it depends on the streamer, you know?
Yeah.
Like, some people will be able to get away with this. I think other people will not. And, like, it's gross. I think it is a gross thing, but I don't think it's grosser than a lot of other practices going on in the industry right now. Anyway.
Oh, no.
You know, like, it's just another thing on the pile.
I don't think it's like a thing that's going to destroy the Twitch pyre that is there. But
video games are dead now.
Yeah.
Amazon's killing them.
It's just that's what to set the pyre on fire. No, but it's shitty, I think. Like, I still think it's bad, and I think it's it incentivizes streamers to work against the consumer, which is like not a good thing.
Yeah.
And so I don't want hard stance, pro consumer. I'm gonna take it.
Why would you do that? What have the consumers ever done for you, man?
brought prices down for things I don't want to buy for cheap.
Just pirate it, man. Be the real consumer.
Oh fuck, that's fucked up. I'm not willing to go that far. Next on the docket is Mass Effect Andromeda. And Anemone is having nudity, like real. I think it's saying full nudity, but I'm not. We're getting a lot of conflicting info on this one.
Softcore pornography.
See, that's what I said. I don't know if that's totally true or not.
I'm in.
I mean, I knew you were in. You were in before.
I wasn't in.
You weren't in until it got.
I've only played Mass Effect 1. I thought it was good.
That's good enough. That's good.
Peter told me he hates it. It's a garbage game. I had fun with it.
Yeah,
solid 8.
So people usually like Mass Effect 1 the least, then 2 they like the most, and 3 the second most. Is how it usually comes out of.
Well, I can't wait to play 2 and get back to you.
Yeah,
my contrarian ways. Everyone says it's one of the greatest games of last generation, so I'll find something to not like about it.
I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot there.
Yeah.
It's a BioWare game.
Sure.
There's a lot to not like.
So how do you feel about Andromeda after, Inquisition?
So I like Inquisition a lot. Some of the gameplay stuff is a little boring. It's a little too samey, but it's like a huge. That game is huge. Like if you want bang for your buck, just play over 100 hours easily of that game if you want to like really do everything and like enjoy that story. So like skipping through stuff, like even skipping, you're like 60 hours maybe. Like that game is huge with DLC included. Like I just kind of want them to do that and like get rid of their morality stuff of like having blue and red of being like, are you a good boy or the bad boy? You can only go, you can't do neutral boy.
I heard that was the problem with 3 specifically, is they cut out like almost all neutral stuff.
Well, they didn't cut out. So what happens is if you pick good choices, if you keep doing good things, you can keep doing good options. So if you don't do either, you can't get good or bad options anymore.
Oh, I see.
So like if you keep doing good, then it's like, oh, you get more options for blue.
That's a broken system.
That's
exactly not how that should work.
It's really bad. Yeah, no. I think that's the same for 2, but I'm unsure how that works. But it's like there's no point in playing a neutral role. Like
it's no fun to go into this being like, oh, I'm just playing the good guy. Like no, it's fun in your first playthrough to go through on a case by case. Be like, no, fuck that guy.
So like in Inquisition, we got rid of all of that. I don't know if it wasn't. And this also wasn't in Dragon Age Origins or 2. There was no like good or bad. It's like you do something, and someone goes, I don't like that. Like your teammates around you who you brought with you go, I don't like that, or someone be like, that's a pretty good idea actually. And so they're the ones who are like, you're trying to help out your team. So you do what you want, and people around you hate you or like you. There's no morality. It's just other people have different opinions about what you do.
It's an interesting take.
Which I think that's the best take you can do is like, who cares about morality? Don't have it. You have your own morality. The people around you also have their own morality. So like the person who's like, man, I hate rich people, and you're like, well, I'll give the rich people some of their money back. He's like, you're a fucking idiot. What are you doing?
And that's cool because there's no black and white. Like your whole party likes you. There's no way to build that. It's impossible. Yeah. I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah, and then if they get real mad at you, they can leave.
Really?
Oh yeah,
they'll leave.
Cool. They'll just straight up leave. Yeah, you have to really piss them off, which I love doing. To like, there's one character named Solus in Dragon Age Inquisition who's just a piece of shit, like flat. Not because of like his whole political ideology, his whole like social ideology is like, I'm a garbage man who just has garbage opinions on everything, and so I'm like, I'll purposely be like, get out,
oh my God, you just drove this man from your party.
Yeah, and it reveals later on he's a big important part to the whole story. It's so funny.
That's so cool, and that like affects the narrative.
Yeah, it's good, and he'll just be like, I think he stays no matter what, but he just doesn't like me.
Wow.
At all, and I don't like him, so I'm totally fine with hating him.
And that's cool to customize your game like that.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it, and then also. And it's really great because it'll show people be like, well, I'm just going to try to help this person. I want to fuck him. And so it's just like, I'll try to be nice to this person only because I just want to fuck him. It's so good.
Which back to the fucking, we got a little off topic. They're putting boobs in, we think, right?
So Dragon Age Inquisition had boobs.
We're getting titties.
Dragon Age Inquisition just has full frontal nudity.
Been there, done that.
So are we getting dicks?
Are we getting the D?
I want the D.
There's no way. There's no way.
I've wanted the D for so long.
Well, the game has gone gold, right?
Yeah.
So it's been rated by the ESRB, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not an AO game.
It's not an AO game, so I don't think there can be dick.
It's impossible, because having dick or vag means it's AO. Like,
yeah.
That's a pretty basic rule, I think.
So. I'm not sure. This is like there's more lenient structure as the time goes on, so I don't know what.
Maybe it's pixelated dick. Maybe we're going Saints Row.
Yeah, okay. I'm okay. No, I'm not into that.
No, that's not tasteful.
That's just Japanese porn at that point.
I want like a banana covering up the D, Austin Powers style.
Yeah, you just want like funny.
That's tasteful.
You just want like funny little gags for each sex scene because I'm actually really into that as an idea. As like like everyone's like playing these games like I want to fuck this person. Like each sex scene's like a dumb gag moment happening.
Yeah.
Like each camera angle's a different gag. Like oh you're in your room. Oh it's a snow
That'd
globe
piss
covered the
everybody
ass.
off.
Yeah. Oh it'd be great. I don't want these people to be happy.
Everyone would be so mad.
It'd be so good. It'd be so clean.
And then we had to ask, where is the line on the robo vagina / robo dick?
I'm willing to take the plunge and figure that out myself. But I don't know.
Synthetic penis.
You just slide right out, right? Like a turtle?
It's just a metal rod. So like you can say that's not a penis. That's just a metal rod. That's just a hole with gears in it. I don't know what you're talking about. Put your dick in.
It's just a hole with gear.
What do you think a robot vagina is?
That's a good question.
The toaster. That's the answer.
Ew.
The toaster.
I don't put my dick in toasters anymore. Not for last time.
No.
Not for last time.
I can't even play off this one.
It's like putting a fork in a toaster.
Yeah. We're excited. I don't know. This seems like a good thing.
I'm excited for Mass Effect in a general sense. Like they're really putting on like everyone's like, where are they gonna show the game off? I'm like a month before release is what I've been saying. And that's like a month before release. They're like, here's everything we're doing with this game. Like here's the gameplay. Here's the blah blah blah. And so they canceled the multiplayer beta for it. So
fuck. There's multiplayer in Andromeda.
There's been multiplayer Mass Effect since 2.
Yeah, I know.
3.
Garbage.
3.
I thought.
No, it's like it was way based. People really liked it.
Loot packs.
Loot packs are back, baby.
Look, all right. I'm a relatively indifferent person about Mass Effect. Like whatever. I don't really care. It's not on my radar. 1 was cool. I don't know. I had fun with it. Didn't grab me in any significant way. I think it's cool that they're pushing boundaries with nudity shit because, like, I think it's a little silly that people are still, like, afraid of that stuff in this day and age. Like, whatever. Yeah. That's just kind of a me thing.
Especially when they have, like, violence out, like
yeah, I mean, that's America.
Yeah.
And then you go in Japan, they have Dead or Alive 3.
Yeah.
Which maybe they're going to respond now. They're going to push the envelope a little more. Dead or Alive Extreme Volleyball 4, Game of the Year. Get excited.
I think the fear is, what people say is, if you keep pushing the envelope, you just get porn.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with porn?
Well,
porn games exist.
No, but yeah, like, do you want a game or do you want a porn game?
What if we had a really good porn game?
You just, I'm with you.
What if we combined the two? You have the Game of the Year.
All you're saying is you really want a good visual novel.
But what if it plays well too?
That's true. What if a good visual novel had good tactile feedback for your porn mini games?
Now back to the VR conversation.
Okay, finally, all right.
Summer Lesson. When does Summer Lesson come out? Right. When does Summer Lesson come out?
Is it not already out?
It might be. That is the Dead or Alive team.
Yeah.
Fuck.
All right.
That's the first game I'm buying. With
so,
my VR
like,
headset.
what I'm hearing is we're going to pitch in and we're both going to buy PSVR, and for our show, we're going to have to play Summer Lessons.
I will personally review Summer Lesson.
Okay, finally, someone's willing to do it. Someone's willing to take the plunge. You're learning Japanese. I mean, you can do it.
Get my hands dirty.
I mean, yeah, maybe we'll show up the new E3. Speaking of it, E3's open to the public.
Let's talk about E3.
All right, let's talk about E3. Give me a rundown. What's E3?
E3 is the Electronic Entertainment Expo?
Correct.
I almost said Electronic Arts Expo.
No, that's a different thing.
It's EA.
Peter Moore left the
Peter Moore's football team?
Yeah.
Cutting into the rest of our news stories?
Yeah. All right, I'm done. Peter Moore.
Peter Moore,
so
right.
clean.
Great.
Sorry. Peter Moore left the EA to go make a football team. I love Peter Moore, so I'm totally okay. Like, what a crazy thing.
Very rich man.
Very rich man. Yeah, he can host a football team.
Why do you leave EA?
He wants to make up. He
doesn't need any more money.
That dude loves football. Like,
who doesn't?
Me.
He's in charge of EA. Of course he loves football.
Yeah, I don't love any real sports that much. Besides, I love speed chess. I watch speed chess for like hours on end. So I'm that kind of guy.
A speed chess game? Not just a chess game, a speed chess game.
I think you have to play that yourself. You're like, I'm gonna speed through this chess.
Let's make that money. Star Wars chess.
Stop.
All right.
E3.
It's open to the public this year.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. It's a big whoop.
I mean, like, it's been not open to the public, but like people have been able to get in for easy.
Quotation open. Yeah.
I'm part of I bet if we applied and we're like, hey, we're press, we run a podcast.
I think it'd be significantly harder than something like South by Southwest, but yes.
Yeah, I think we could do it. Easy.
Also way more expensive.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, I'm not saying I think we could get the press pass and get in and be pretty easy. I'm saying getting there's a whole nother ordeal.
Are you happy about this change?
I feel relatively indifferent actually about it.
Okay.
As in, like, E3's been changing over time. So I've watched E3 since I was a kid because that's the kind of kid I was.
Same with me.
Yeah, you're like, I love it. But like, so it used to be like spreadsheets and graphs and people just droning on for hours about sales marketing shit. And you're like, oh, who fucking cares? I'm here for the video games, baby. And now it's like, an orchestra with no one talking, and it's just the games, baby. And that was awful last year. So I don't know what I want out of E3 anymore.
You didn't like last year. People say that Sony press conference, greatest press conference of all time.
I still want people to talk about their game so I can get like that impression of it. It's like they showed off the dumb zombie game. It's like run away from zombies.
Days Gone.
Days Gone. We have so many zombies on the screen. You're running, you're shooting them, and then that's the game we're playing. And I was like, okay, but what is this game? It's like I get this part of it, but and they're like, it's an open world survival crafting game. I'm like, okay, God, that's what this game is. Okay, now I see what you're making.
That's for the appointments after the presentation.
Yeah, like I want to hear that on stage every time.
I just don't think that appeals. You know, that's not what the presentation's going for.
That's
not what I even want. I want to see trailer after trailer of just reveals that I've never seen before and be like, oh shit, Last of Us 2 is fucking coming out. Like, Super Mario Odyssey just got revealed. Like, whoa. Like, I love that. That's so fun to me.
See, like, that stuff I just think can be dropped at any time, though.
Sure.
Like, that's the difference for me is where I think that's a good time to really pitch your game. I want to hear that pitch every time. And then show me some gameplay. Like, that's what I want to see.
But I think that's kind of the magic of E3 is that concentration of everyone just showing up and having these, like you're playing a deck of cards. You know, you've got your hand. You're trying to make the best hand possible because Sony versus Xbox, baby.
All right, so you're in it for, like, the fight. You're in it for, you love the competition.
Well, not even the competition. I just love going into a press conference and, like, coming out of that and just, like, rating it. Be like, that was an A+ conference, man. Like, that game has got me so excited.
That's an A+.
Yeah, man. Or you come out of that E3 one and you're just like, they fucking nothing again. Ubisoft has just Dance again. This just did.
Nintendo does it again.
Nintendo didn't show up again. Look at that.
They had a bunch of Breath of Wild Wii U's there.
I just think it's really fun. I ham this up a lot, but I think the spirit of E3, people always, you know, relate it to Christmas or something. Like, that's what it feels like to me, is this really fun event that I think celebrates games more than any other thing in the industry we have right now. Like, more than whatever Keeley's doing with the Video Game Awards. Like, I think this is actually where everyone gets together and pats themselves on the back and is like, look at this cool stuff, man. Like, video games are cool.
See, like, that, the thing I'm getting to is, like, the E3 is turning into PAX. And so, like, I think E3 and PAX were different at some point, and now, like, E3 is just PAX to me. Like, there's no difference anymore. Like, they've just become the same thing over time. Mm-hmm. And I think, like, I wanted E3 to always be a little, like, at least have that kind of, like, still air of, like, no, we're
professional.
I still think they could invite people in, but, like, I still think they should have had, like, this, like, let's talk about games let's talk about my game for a little bit while I'm up here. Like, I like the idea, like, when the guy pitched No Man's Sky, that's what got me excited about No Man's Sky, not the footage or anything of it. I was like, I give a shit. I know what this game's gonna be, but, like, I like the idea of No Man's Sky way more than I like No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
I like the idea of probably Days Gone way more than I'm gonna like Days Gone. Mm-hmm. I like the idea of. Actually, I think I'm going to like God of War 3,
yeah,
and I like the idea of it.
I was going to say, when you saw that God of War with the beard, you saw that Kratos,
yeah,
you got excited.
And then I read that guy's interview, and I was way more excited. So
yeah.
I'm like, okay, because like you see the trailer, and like, I get it. This is just, but like, what is this game? Like, what's the bigger thing? And the guy will come out and be like, this is what I'm shooting for, boys. And you're like, oh, that's what I want to see. I don't want to see just this little trailer. I want to see what they're also going for in my own head. Make my own hype in my own head.
Are you one of those people that wants E3 to go away or die?
I don't care anymore. It's like what I'm saying. So I don't think what I want from E3 is ever going to come back to it. I think it's just going to split off into a million little things, like PAXs and, like, you know, the EA only press conferences, the Sony Awards are in December or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's just going to be stuff like that. I think E3 will die, but I don't care if it does or doesn't.
And it'll turn into something else.
Yeah. I hope it doesn't. Like, I guess more like me, I like the day of getting together with people and being like,
fun.
Let's watch some fucking press conferences. Yes. It's good time. It's good time.
It's so fun.
And it's a little shitty on the time sync, because especially some days you're like, oh, waking up at 6 a.m. for this press conference, I'm dying. But it's good. I also like TGS still. I still think TGS
is great.
TGS is still good.
TGS.
That's where Scalebound went to
Dragon Quest 11.
Checked about that last time. Keep it off the docket.
No, you're right. You're okay. Can't talk about. We have to mention it at least once every episode. All right.
At least one time.
At least one time.
Odyssey. One time.
Dragon Quest. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What's next?
Middle Earth: Shadow of War. August 22nd is its release date.
That's a bad name.
Yeah, it's a bad name. But so was Shadow of Mordor, I think.
I think Shadow of Mordor is fine.
I think Middle Earth as a starting point is a bad name.
Yeah, that's a bad way to start it. I think Shadow of Mordor is fine. I think Shadow of War now. What is it called?
Shadow of War.
That's a bad, like...
Oh, it's a bad name.
Like, I mixed that up with Shadow
Been
of
cooking
War.
that game for a while. Shadow of War is the only thing that popped out.
2 years, man.
It's been a little longer than
Only
2
been
years.
2 years.
It's only been 2 years. It's true. It's been 2 years.
2015.
That's a good turnaround then.
I mean, same engine probably, right?
Yeah, probably.
They said they're fleshing out the Nemesis system. Obviously, they upgraded the engine, but
Yeah,
you know
it's
they
obviously
have stuff to work with.
Yeah, I think it's hard to probably take that Nemesis system and like move it around, especially in game stuff.
I heard they were making it more base oriented, so it's like I don't know. They're upgrading it in some way.
The gameplay, they're gonna release gameplay for this game in like 5 days, so March 9th out of this day's 4th. They're gonna release some gameplay, so
So
that's
we should talk more about it then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But just quick impressions.
It's
like, announced.
It's the wraith is gone. It looks like.
Oh yeah.
Because it gets a ring wraith.
Yeah, he's got a wraith buddy in his head, right?
Well, no, the wraith is gone.
Oh,
because you get the Sauron starts.
Sauron's
up.
here, yes,
The
great.
Sauron
I can't wait
starts,
to kill Sauron,
so-
even though it's the same universe as the movies.
No, so the wraith gets pulled away because it becomes a ring wraith.
I haven't even seen The Lord of the Rings.
All right, well,
I saw the first movie, fell asleep during the second one, we called it that.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's wild.
After I fell asleep 2 times for the first movie, it took me
That's
forever
the
just to get through it.
First ones are. Those films aren't that great. I'll say it. Like I like them, but like I think people not liking them is the most understandable thing about them.
I've just never been compelled to finish it. I don't know.
It's just not as good as my other favorite Star Wars. Star Wars.
I used to love Star Wars.
I don't
Yeah,
like-
cooled on.
I've never liked Star Wars that much.
I like dwarfs. They should put dwarfs in Star Wars. Yoda's kind of a dwarf.
Yoda is a dwarf.
No, he's not.
Yes, he
He
is.
doesn't have a Scottish accent, and he's not ripped. He doesn't have an axe.
He's ripped.
That's all
you
you
have
need.
not seen underneath his cloak. He's fucking ripped.
Have you?
Yeah, he's ripped.
Rip me the next news story.
Ghost Recon Wildlands is getting a formal complaint against it from Bolivia itself,
I love this.
which is like this is like just funny to me
It's so
because
fun.
it was like, man, the instant that game starts, like, fuck, Bolivia's a fucking narco state. Like that game doesn't like hide its kind of like when it's like we're not like Bolivia's like we're not a narco state, and like I played the beta this last weekend when we talked about it. They were just like Bolivia's a narco state. Like there's like the politicians just working for the criminal scum, and you're like, all right, well, yeah, because there's no beating around the bush on this one. And so it's a good thing
Is Bolivia's complaint valid?
that it's. I don't know enough about Bolivia to be honest.
Is this fair though? Like whether it's true or not that Bolivia is this drug state.
So if it's true, I think it's totally fair to just call Bolivia a narco state because like if it's a narco state, then
it's okay to call them out for that. It's not a little shitty, even if it's true.
I thought, look, we just took your personality test, and you
Okay.
said it's true to call
Hey,
out people.
I'm just playing the devil's advocate.
know you
I'm just
are.
asking the question.
Yes, I think it's totally fine to call someone out on their bullshit. Is what
Okay.
I'm saying. If
All
someone's throwing some bullshit, you should be like, yo, stop throwing that bullshit. But I don't know if Bolivia's an actual
Let's talk
narco
about North
state.
Korea then. Is it okay to do that shit for a North Korea game?
Call it like a narco state?
No, but like I think of the Homefront shit, or like what was that Seth Rogen movie where they kill the dude?
That was the interview.
The interview. Yeah, like is that okay?
To just make fun of North Korea?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's fine.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think
We're just establishing
they're not
consistency
making
here.
fun of North Korea. They're making fun of the leader of North Korea.
Okay.
And like what they're doing in the Bolivia is like they're saying the drug cartel runs Bolivia and the politicians suck. So like that part, I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if you can make fun of that.
So if that's not true, is this still okay? This is a fictional game, right?
I mean, it's set in the real world of Bolivia.
Okay,
In
yeah,
a
sure.
fictional
fictional Earth.
Yeah, fictional Earth with fictional Bolivia with fictional narco states. But you decide there. Is it okay for us to set games in Africa and have them all like all the problems with that has happened over time? I was like, how do I word this? I'm just saying all the problems.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So
Tiptoeing?
yeah, I'm gonna tiptoe on that one a little bit. I guess it's up to the people to decide. And if Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands sells well, I guess it's fine to call Bolivia a narco state.
Ubisoft gives a fuck.
Yeah, Ubisoft doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, they're French.
They're French. They're like, oh yeah, Bolivia's a narco state. Good enough for me. Call it a day. Like they don't care. They're not gonna. I mean, they might backpedal. They are French, so like
Of course, yes.
yeah, exactly. Throw some good stereotypes over here. And
Was it the word surrender is French? Is that it?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's something like this.
Mercy. That's what it is. Mercy is French.
That's really all I have for news. That's all I have for news written down.
Great.
What do you have? Do you have anything a little in the pressure pot?
I mean,
anything
that was all
cooking
I
up?
had.
Okay.
I gave you that was my Bolivia story. That was my story.
That's
that was
true.
my contribution
Yeah,
to this
you-
podcast.
All right. Well, that's good enough for me. So what I really want to been talking about, besides narco states and E3 being over the public, where we just skim past in 30 minutes. Tell me about Tales of Berseria.
So I finally got to sit down with Tales of Berseria.
I know. I've been waiting to hear your report.
It's been a great week, man. It's been fantastic.
Wait, this whole week's been good, or just
No,
Berseria?
just because I got to play Berseria.
Okay, gotcha.
Life is good. Life is so good.
I didn't know you had that low of a bar for your life.
I'm having a 10 of a time with Tales of Berseria.
Is Tales of Berseria 10 so far?
I mean, for a crazy Tales fan like me, it is.
Okay, gotcha.
For normal people, probably not.
Okay, that seems about fair.
Background. I love the Tales games.
Every single one.
Varying, like, qualities. Like, a bad Tales game to me, like, I recognize it. Like, Zestiria is a pile of shit. I still have more fun playing it than a Final Fantasy because it's, like, part of the series that I'm very into, and, like, there's still, even at its worst, elements that I appreciate, that I feel comfortable, like, just being around. So I do have this weird kind of bias thing going on. Like, there are much better games than Zestiria. I still found fun to be had with it.
So, I want to pause you right there. Is Final Fantasy 15 better than Tales of Zestiria? So that's a big question. I'm asking the big ones here. This is what this interview is for.
Oh, man, I never even thought about that.
Because you said you like it more than a Final Fantasy game, and I was like, I know, I'm looking away from the mic like a
I probably like Final Fantasy X more than Zestiria.
All right, it's fucked up.
10, the best Final Fantasy game, of course.
It's still fucked up.
It's the best Final Fantasy. It's the best combat.
No,
best gameplay.
No, 4.
No.
3.
ATB is
5.
trash.
ATB is fine. I think you're totally overblowing it as always.
Fine. It's not good.
It's not. It's fucking. What do you want? You want to stand
I want
still?
turn-based.
Why do you want
or
turn-based?
I want pure action. Give
so
me one or the other.
Actually, I want to sidetrack all this from Tales.
Okay, all right, hang on.
Why do you like? I've never asked you. I think it's almost one to ask on a podcast.
ATB.
Why do you hate ATB?
I just think it's never better than pure turn-based or pure action.
How come? Give me.
I'm playing an ATB game. I always just have this in the back of my mind. This would be so much better if this was pure turn-based or if I was actually in a pure action RPG.
Okay.
It's just this dumb hybrid that I think doesn't have any of the better parts of either.
Well, I think before we called it a dumb hybrid, it was before, I think, real-time stuff was like really popular or could be used correctly.
Secret of Mana.
Secret Mana isn't that good.
It's not that good, but I'm saying it exists.
But yeah, it wasn't that good. Would you say...
Probably plays better than Final Fantasy VI does.
Secret of Mana?
Probably.
They play about the same.
They play about the same.
Yeah.
Probably respects the player a lot more than Final Fantasy VI does, I'll tell you what.
Why don't you think it... Alright, I'm not going to get the final...
Broken games.
Every game on the NES and SNES is a broken pile of garbage.
Chrono Trigger is not a broken pile of garbage.
I can break Chrono Trigger.
Sure you can.
Also,
Chrono Trigger is the only ATB game that, like, I see, like, that's the closest ATB has come for me.
How come? How come that's, like, pushed the threshold for you? I want to get in your psyche. I want to know why you hate ATB.
I don't know. I just think ATB sucks.
I said ATB and ATP both these times. I don't know which one's right still.
You know, I haven't played Grandia. I hear Grandia's got good ATB.
I think there are those... I think it's... I don't think it's a bad thing.
I just like to ham it up.
Yeah, I know.
It's my least favorite battle system, so there you go.
I think I like turn-based more, too. I just want to know...
You're playing Persona. Do you want it to be fucking turn-based, or do you want it to be ATB? Like, no. I want to fucking sit there in my Nocturne menu. I want to see that there is a goddamn Fornius over there. He's going to try and use Bufu on me.
Yeah.
I have to find Agi. Takes me a couple seconds to find that. No, not Moragi. There's just one Fornius.
Oh.
Just one Fornius. This is the first boss fight when you leave the hospital.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah.
When I'm against the Matador, man, I need my time to think. I don't want to be rushed.
But, like, someone say that rush adds excitement to the game, where you're like, okay, I gotta really figure this out quickly and on my toes. I gotta be on my toes.
But then it backfires. You're just mindlessly pressing attack.
No, you're just like, no, I gotta go.
And then you're waiting for it to boot up again. Oh, it's just...
You're going through your tech. You're like, all right, no, this is the move I gotta do. I gotta use my tech
I hear
moves.
The argument that it adds a little bit of speed to turn-based, but I'd argue that it doesn't need it. I don't think that's why I go to a turn-based game. When I'm playing Nocturne, I'm just enjoying every moment of just sitting there going like, oh, fuck, what am I supposed to do?
I like how when we think, you and I, when we talk about turn-based games or RPGs, it just somehow automatically shifts to Nocturne.
Because Nocturne is the golden standard, baby.
So that's like, if we were going to say, like, what's the best RPG, you're just Nocturne's hitting the top.
I just never played a better battle system than Nocturne.
Okay. No,
Bravely Default's pretty good.
I think it's
Notice not ATB.
I'm aware. I played. We had our Bravely Default talk session. Let's go back to Tales of Berseria.
So Tales of Berseria plays better than Nocturne because it's an action RPG, which usually plays better than a turn-based.
Whoa, pause back now.
Pull it back.
Now I gotta read this back. Wait. So
I'm kidding. No.
Okay.
They're totally different. Apples and oranges. Apples and oranges. I'm just hamming it up.
Okay, I was like, if you're being serious, I have to know why this just happened in this fucking podcast.
Okay, so Tesla Berseria. The 16th core mainline Tales game. There are now more Tales games than Final Fantasy games in the mainline series. We did it.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know. It just is. Tales has been likened actually to a Call of Duty of Japan because they just pump them out. Basically, it feels like every year. It's not quite. Recently, there have been closer releases than in the past.
Do you think they've had enough time to update the games then? Do you think like there are some games that get like pushed out while other games get longer times to marinate their
Tales
juices?
of Zestiria is the example of that happening.
Okay.
That is the case.
Gotcha.
So it's weird. You look at, we've had this same engine since Exilia on the PS3. That was the 13th Tales game. So we had Xillia was 13, Xillia 2 is 14, Zestiria 15, Berseria 16. So we've been on this same engine for 4 games now.
That's a lot.
Since 2012 in Japan, I think. I think it came out 2013 here. I might have those dates flipped. But it's time for a new engine. Berseria is still available on PS3 in Japan. I don't know if it came in America to PS3. Why would you do that? You know, just the culture of Japan, obviously, they're still using their PS3s. Yeah. A lot of them still haven't gone on to PS4s, actually. So Namco would be crazy not to do it.
Yeah.
In fact, I'd say they only put on PS4 for the Western audience. Zestiria wasn't even supposed to come to PS4. We keep getting distracted, though. Tales are a fantastic series. You know, it's all about anime cliches.
All right, it's a bad start already. You're trying to sell me? This is where you sell. This is where you fail the sale.
Classic criticism that I actually really hate and disagree with, but they've been described as campy. It's like an anime video game. Each single story is this self-contained thing, and they're familiar in that they're very structured and you know what you're getting into.
Okay.
People describe them as like comfort food.
And you like that, right?
Oh, I love it. It's like these are my perfect JRPGs.
You like your characters like you know, kind of like this is your trope character, and each character is a trope character?
But the thing is, like, it's so easy to make the complaint that they're trope characters, but they're always playing off the trope in a really cool way. Maybe I shouldn't say always, because you're going to be able to find one that's not, sure. But they do a lot of cool things with subverting expectations, too.
Okay.
And that's why I love it, is because it's the familiar, but with really cool takes on them.
Okay, so like a Nier Drakengard kind of style thing.
Like, every Tales game, there's always going to be, like, a bro character. There's always an old man character. There's always a traitor in every Tales game. You know this. You go in, you go, who the fuck's the traitor this time? I don't know.
Do you think Tales is like, what's that, like the game, like those games or stories where like every time, it's a Dark Souls style, like, it's a new cycle, but it's the same story every single time. It's just a new cycle of Tales.
But they're all so different. That's the thing, is they all play so differently. This is a battle system that has evolved over every game. And when you put them side by side, you see the small incremental increases are actually these like huge leaps. And I think it's so fascinating. They just perfect this real-time combat system slowly over time. And then once they do it, they just jump to something completely different and then start refining that and mixing in other elements from the system they just perfected. And it's just this beautiful gameplay system that plays like a dream.
All right, so tell me about Berseria's gameplay system then.
So in the past, Xillia 2...
Give me the history.
Xillia 2 is, in my opinion, the best gameplay in the series.
Okay.
3D, that is.
Gotcha.
Because there's 2D games too.
Okay.
A lot of people will say Grace's F is better than Xillia 2. They're close. Point is, Berseria has gone in a new direction from Xillia now, and from Grace's F, of course, because that was older than that.
Yeah.
This is finally fixing what was wrong with Zestiria. It was very clunky, had a terrible camera, and just really bad to play. Zestiria is a bad game. Not good. Not good.
Not the jumping in point.
A lot of people did jump in, which is sad, because it came to PC. First Tales game on PC. Sold a lot. Well, I sold a good amount.
Back.
The thing about Berseria, it just plays so well. You feel like you have so much control over all the characters, and one of the signature things is you can switch between all of them on the fly when they're out of your party, which I haven't actually got to yet, but I know about this. So you can like press a button, and suddenly you're switching to somebody else, and you're continuing your combos. Tales games are great for building combos. They kind of function like a fighting game in a way, so you're sort of putting in inputs similar to a fighting game normally with your arts, which is what they call their techniques, and you're just chaining stuff, you're dodging, you're blocking. It's so weird to describe it without playing them.
I think I
don't know.
understand. I'm understanding what you're putting down.
It's like a fighting game JRPG hybrid.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I think I understand. Like, you're putting in, like, your arts in a specific way to, like, make sure you have, like, a really huge combo.
You combo out of them.
Yeah.
And you chain them together. And then enemies do that to you, too. And in this game, you have souls.
Okay.
Okay, Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Every time they make a new Tales game nowadays, they seem to totally change up how you do your standard attacks. Now, there are no standard attacks. Like, everything is an art. And it's all the face buttons. So normally you would just like have X be your normal attack, and then circle is your special attack, your arts, and then like deviations would be different directions on the control stick with circle. Now, all 4 face buttons plus deviations on the circle on the control stick. So you have like so many more art options now. You can like have way more combinations than ever before, and it's the coolest thing ever, Chase. I love it. They've like perfected in graces because you couldn't customize like your loadout basically of how the arts were queued up. Now you can. You have complete control. So you can put like, I want to have an ice attack on X and a fire attack on square, and then you can just chain them together however you want, and they proceed, and it's just fantastic.
So it seems like that's like a plethora of choice. You have
so much control.
How is there too much though? Like what I'm saying, like how much, like if there's so many options, how do you memorize it all? Like that seems like almost too much. Where you have like 5, you have about, if what I'm hearing is you press like right in the D-pad and triangle. You have a different move than just pressing triangle, and press up on the triangle. You have a different move than just pressing right on the triangle.
In this game, it doesn't make a difference if you're pressing up on the triangle or left on the triangle.
Okay.
Normally it was, but now it's not.
That's just right and down or something like that?
Now it's just the face button. So you can do triangle, circle, square, X, which is different from going triangle, 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 triangle.
Okay.
It's different progression. So if you have 4 different tiers, you have the 4 face buttons. So you have 16 arts laid out total. So you have like level 1X, level 2X, level 3X, level 4X. That's for all the face buttons.
Oh, so if you press
you chain your level 1 into your level 2 and your level 3 into your level 4.
So if you press X 4 times, you're going like you're in the first part, then the second part, and the third part.
Yes.
Okay, that makes more. That sounds way easier.
I had a hard time figuring out how to articulate that. I apologize.
No, I think that makes a lot more sense now. I think it got mixed up in the tales of history.
It's so hard for me to talk about just one of them isolated because they're all just one big conglomeration to me.
It's a system of games here. We got to pick apart the wiring.
But one of the actual coolest things about it is I'm really into the story, which people love the stories, they hate the stories, they're very anime.
Tell me the story. Tell me what you got so far. You're barely scratching the surface of what you're telling me.
Here's what's cool.
Okay.
It's kind of been marketed as a tale of emotion versus reason. So all the Tales games are about something.
Are you the emotion? Are you the emotion, or are you the reason?
You're the emotion, the villain is the reason.
Gotcha.
I'm going to tell you the intro of the game.
All right, tell me the intro.
You start out as a child. Your sister is killed during this like Scarlet Night by demons. Her husband is an exorcist. He watches his wife die with his unborn child. He's an exorcist. He's like real good at what he does. He stays with you and your younger brother. You're living together in this village. The world sucks. There's demons everywhere.
Yeah.
People are dying. It's called Demon Blight. People are turning into demons.
JRPG, got it.
Yeah. Only exorcists can kill demons.
Gotcha.
And basically, like the 7th year anniversary, your brother-in-law, who's this really good guy, very reason, it's all about reason, he kills your brother in order to like help save humanity and overcome this demon blight. You're not happy about that.
So wait, is your brother like...
Your younger brother. He's a sickly child.
Gotcha, and he kills him. He's like, I gotta get...
You play as Velvet, I'm sorry. You're a female protagonist, and she is introduced as this very, like, upbeat, charismatic character. And then she becomes this complete edgelord because of what happens.
Gotcha.
Her arm turns into, like, a demon's arm because she tries to save her brother. So you become a demon.
Okay.
You're playing as, like, the bad guys in this game. That's why it's so cool.
So I'm gonna... Was your brother, a little brother, a demon when he killed him? Okay, he just killed him?
He was just a human. He was just sacrificed.
Okay, why?
So that it's just plot stuff, but it's basically in order to help combat the demon blight, he sacrificed him in order to make these other race of people who are like spirits be visible to everybody, help get more exorcists out there.
Yeah, okay.
You get thrown into a prison, and he's basically feeding you other demons, because that's the kind of demon you are, is your hand eats people.
Okay.
She's lost all taste.
So you say he's... the good guy, from everything you've described, he's actually quite the bad guy.
Well, here's the thing. You break out of prison 3 years later, he's worshipped as the hero of this world. He is basically saving humanity. He's brought order to this orderless world partnered with like the empire of the game,
It just
and he's
sound-
basically turned into a military state.
It just sounds like fascism. Yeah, you just sound like you just described fascism.
It is, and that's how the game is presented to you. But you're also like morally supposed to be gray as well, because
Okay.
you constantly meet people and they talk about, wow, this like it's shitty. Like there's all these rules by the empire, but like it's great. We're alive. Like this is better than things used to be for humans. But for like everyone else, it's bad. And there's the obvious things of like, oh, if you don't agree with us, they'll just like exile you to a village. You're probably gonna die in that village because they're not protecting it.
Okay.
I just really like. We were talking about this. I love antagonists that are like
That
not
have a reason.
bad guys.
Yeah.
Like his whole thing is he's about reason. His whole world is built on logic, and you're coming in now. All you care about is killing him. She doesn't care about like saving other people in this world.
Is this the
reforming
Mafia
anything.
3 of Tales of Games?
Yeah, it might be. Because all she wants to do is kill this dude. You come across other party members. They want to do other stuff. They're all bad guys. You got a pirate who boxes with people.
That sounds like a good guy.
Yeah, he's real cool. I like him a lot.
I like how you're like, bad guys. How about pirate who boxes? I'm like, well, that sounds cool. And
He's
you're like,
real cool.
yes.
But he's a pirate, you know? Like, he's a vigilante. Like, you're all bad people. You're a party of demons.
Sometimes you gotta be a vigilante to stop the evilness. Sometimes you gotta punch the Nazi.
And I mean, like, I'm barely in this game still. I'm only like 8 hours in, but I don't know. That's the kind of thing I dig. And I know a lot of people aren't going to go for that. You talk about it being just fascism, but I think they're executing it in a really interesting way.
I think like as always like there's good. I think it's fascism, but like the way like it's told, like it could be an interesting story. Like but like to me it's like I'm gonna agree with my morally gray character more than I agree with the guy who's like, no, don't worry, military state, no matter what. Just beside that's my morals of my own human beings. But like I can see why like I understand your story. Like you're like, I don't want my bad guys to be bad guys. I'm like, I'm okay with a bad guy being a bad guy for his reasons. Like that guy's a bad guy to me, but he has his reasons for being a bad guy.
Exactly.
That's
you can relate to him. You know why he's doing his things. He's not Kefka who just wants to kill everybody. Man,
we're not going to go on the Kefka hate train, even though like because A, it's a very short train where you go, I how doesn't have a reason. I go, yeah, and we go, cool. I just had that. There you go. The
we did it. Happened. See, you said we weren't going to do it. We did it.
Short train. Boom. Caboose. We off.
So yeah, I want to check back in afterwards. I still need to get you to play Vesperia or Abyss.
So what's this? So which one should I play? Vesperia or Abyss? Give me right now.
Abyss is my favorite, but Vesperia is more commonly appreciated as the best.
No, tell me which one I should play.
You should play Vesperia. I think it's a safer bet for you to like it.
See, like I don't like that. I don't like that Joe coming out. I don't like Joe.
You want to play my favorite one? Or
yeah, I want to play your favorite one. I want to play the one that you like the most.
Abyss is the most polarizing game I've ever come across.
How come?
Like more polarizing than Final Fantasy X.
Is it? How come? What's wrong with it?
It's all about the story. Like more so than any other Tales game.
Does the combat suck?
No, the combat's it's fine.
Okay.
It's the second 3D Tales.
Okay.
So like you've played Symphonia.
Yes.
Symphonia, it's one of the worst Tales to me. A lot of people love it. It's beloved.
I've only played a little bit of Symphonia. It sucked.
I think it's not. I don't think it's great.
Yeah.
I don't like the characters. I don't like the world. I don't like the combat.
I don't like the look of it.
I mean, they all have an anime look to them.
No, that game has like a child anime look.
Yeah, it does. It does. Abyss looks different. It's more full character model.
What game did that come out for? What system?
PlayStation 2.
Okay.
It's actually on 3DS too. They put a port, but
okay.
I don't like it as much because you don't have a second analog stick and you can put arts on that. But I mean, you could do it. People like it. A little saturated colors, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Point is, that game puts the story forward more than any other Tales game, and it's your enjoyment of that game entirely hinges on how you like the characters and the plot.
I'll have to give it a try. Can I get like the PSN story, you think, or something?
I think. You'll have to check.
Yeah.
Like, you could play Vesperia, you could not like anybody, and you could still have fun with it. Okay. You could not care, because I don't care about the story. I think the story in Vesperia is mediocre.
See, the thing that'd be my problem. Is like I want a good story. Like,
okay.
I'm having trouble. I'm gonna segue into my game we played because I don't know if you play anymore, but I'm just gonna take it anyway.
No, you say.
I don't know if I'm liking Horizon Zero Dawn's gameplay that much.
I really need to talk about this game with you.
But I'm liking it, but not. I don't think I'm liking it as much. But I'm really enjoying the story so far.
That's fascinating to me because my understanding was that people overrated the story and that the gameplay was what carried that game.
See, the gameplay is really good if you're fighting a big monster. If you're not, that gameplay is like, man, it's just a breeze. You're just walking behind enemy, stab in the back, stab in the back, stab in the back.
Fighting the other humans is not good.
Fighting the humans, I went to, so I was like level 24 and I haven't like upgraded my gear because you can buy more gear to have more slots to have more option coverage. And I went to like a bandit camp and I was like level 24 and I was like, this is level 25 bandit camp. I just got destroyed because I walked in a little too early and I shot dude in the head and he like took half damage and I was like, oh, I don't think I can take this. And then like 30 of them came out and I was like, I don't think I can take this. And I died.
Yeah.
But the story stuff has been it's up and down. Like I don't like I finished the Nora. Like you pretty much get attacked by a tribe of people. This was the beginning of the game. You're an outcast, and so you're like, oh, I can't talk. No one can talk to me. I can only talk to my person who's taking care of me, my father figure.
Right.
And then you pretty much you finish a trial. You become accepted. Everyone gets attacked. You become a seeker, which means you can go out to the world and leave what is like their land they consider. And you can go do whatever you want, pretty much.
So you're not nomads. You have land.
You have a special land that you call like the Mother's Embrace, and like that is your land only.
Is that the one city? I've heard this game has one city.
No, that is not the one city. That is like my town. I have not made it to the one city. As I know there is one. They talk about right at the beginning of the game. They're like, hey, come to my city. This is an actual city, skyscrapers and everything.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll meet you there, man. One day once I get out of here. And then what I assume is the story's gonna progress. I have no idea. Is that tribe has attacked us, and attacked us permission. Like they're like, you need to become a seeker, and you need to figure out why this happened because you can get in this all this convoluted stuff happened. Like you can go out and do whatever you want now. And there was two main quests I got started with. Which one was like, hey, figure out what's happening. You're gonna go this way, go left, or go forward and help do revenge on the people that attacked you. I had that quest line, and it was boring. It was really lame. It was just like, all right, you did the revenge, good job. Now go do the other main quest on the one that's fun because like that has interesting characters. Like the characters seem actually pretty well written so far, and the thing is they're really stiff when they're talking, but in cutscene like your character's really smooth and like reacts to things naturally. But like any character who's not like supremely main character is like a little stiff in the face, like a little stiff character model, and that can change. They don't have the right lip sync, but it's super well voice acted. Is the difference. Like it's really well voice acted. Like every character's been well voice acted, and that's been kind of cool to have a game with really good voice acting after playing games for a little bit this year so far. It's been like pretty pitiful.
Yeah, man. You play Persona 4, you're just like, I need that good voice acting, man.
I haven't played Persona 4 this year, and you play Golden. It fixes Chie's voice actor right up to another bad one.
Still bad.
So it's good, but the gameplay I like when you're fighting a big monster because it becomes a game of like I need to take this apart, I need to do this exactly here, and it becomes like a real cool game of like almost a Monster Hunter style thinking. But when you're fighting small monsters, you're just like hide in a bush, whistle, and the monster comes over, you stab it, you whistle, the monster comes over, you stab it, you whistle, you stab, and then it just becomes that over and over again. You can do that, or you can just literally like if you're like me and I just have a stealth suit on.
Your sneaking suit.
You can have outfits and like they just increase like it's like this one lets you sneak better, and the upgraded version lets you sneak better. It lets you sneak better.
It's a little boring.
Yeah, or you can get like more higher resistance and stuff. Like there's like a bunch of options. There's options.
And they're cosmetic too.
Yeah, and they're cosmetic. So like I have like
I like that.
It's like I have like a web weaving almost of like braids. It's odd looking, and I'm like cool. So I'm a real good sneaky boy. So I'm just like sneaking across everyone, just stabbing them. But like when it comes to a big fight, I'm like okay. I'm going to scan this, read the entry. It's like, hey, these are what these do. And they'll tell you, like, if you hit this part, this pops off, then it means it can't do its range attack. If you hit the back of it, that means it'll explode. It can't do its, like, fire all around it attack. And it'll, like, let you know so you can plan out the attack. And that's where the gameplay gets fun. Because,
that's super cool.
Because, like, your arrow does no damage. Like, it's a weak arrow. All your arrows are weak. But then you can like, be like, all right, I'm going to shoot in the back a few times while I froze it. It's a fire monster. It's like a fire dinosaur, and it shoots fire out, and you're like, oh, I'm going to freeze it, and I'm going to shoot in the back so it can't do its fire all around me attack, so I'm going to do the close attack, and I'm going to get close to smack it with my spear, because your spear does the most damage, like, hands down all the time. Mm-hmm. And then you're like, all right, I'm going to do that, or I'm going to, like, put these tripwires down so I know the path it's going to walk, because you can, like, outline its path it'll move on.
So you're not, like, surprised to see when you're going into this aware.
Everything, that game is a game with the if you open the map, it tells you where everything is. If you climb the tower. Yeah,
I was gonna say, have you climbed a tall neck yet?
I have. That's really cool. Yeah. Also, like the intro to that's really good because you're like, well, you're kind of like, okay, if you haven't seen this stuff yet, like that stuff's all new to you, and I knew that was where it was and where it would be pretty much, but like you're like, it's just thundering like large animal just like slamming the ground like around you, and you're like, okay, and you turn, it's just this huge like monster just like going across with a big disc on its head, and you're like, oh, this looks really cool actually. Yeah. It's like a huge, like one of it's like a sauropod, and you're like, oh, this is cool. I think that's the right dinosaur name. I'm not sure.
We'll
go with it. And it has a big disc on its head. Not a Stegosaurus. Definitely not a Stegosaurus. It's like a Brachiosaurus.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And I said sauropod as like a general describer of them. I know Brachiosaurus is a right one. I used to dinosaur stuff as a kid, so. Okay. You can't actually like blame me on this one. I know
they were chickens. They had feathers.
They had feathers.
Confirmed.
That's true. The Velociraptors are confirmed
Yeah.
as feathers.
They found feathers.
Yeah, so I don't know
recently.
I don't know if the other animals are as feather-like.
I want to believe.
I mean, that'd be cool, but I don't know. I'm not gonna wait till science gets back to me on this one. But like, that's fun climbing the tower. Like, I think all that stuff. Like, the thing is, I think if you played a Far Cry game and you like those games, this is the perfect game for you.
The culmination of all that.
This is the best done version I think I've ever played of a Far Cry game before.
Let me ask you, when Far Cry 5 gets announced at E3 this year, which probably might happen.
I like guns a lot, so I'll be excited.
Okay.
I like shooting. I think Far Cry 4 was a lot of fun, but if it's not a big form, like this game is the gameplay is the formula departure from Far Cry, and that's different. But like Far Cry 5's like, you can get the helicopter again, you can shoot a grenade launcher off. I'm like, cool, I played that game.
If it's 4 again,
like,
which was
4,
3 again.
Yeah, 4 was like, it was a good game, but like by the end of that game, I was like, cool, I'm done with Far Cry now. Make Far Cry 5, Far Cry 2. Now we're talking. Now we're got somewhere. They'll never go back to Far Cry 2. Never. No, of course not. Far Cry 2 is a fucking mess. I love that game. It's a beautiful mess, but it's a fucking mess. It makes no sense sometimes. But Horizon Zero Dawn, I think that game's really cool. I think exploring like the side stuff in that game is like a dungeon. It's like a real side quest dungeon.
Wow.
Or like the platforming around not that great, but it was like, hey, at the end of this here's a boss who's gonna fight a fire breathing monster, and you get a really tangible reward for beating it. It's like you can override more monsters because you like let them fight for you.
That's great.
So I'm like, okay, cool, I overrode this monster. So now like when I get into a fight, I can be like, I'm gonna override this before a fight, and now it's on my side. So the giant saber-toothed cat like robots, I can have it on my side if it's like close enough and like I snuck up on it.
What is the movement like? Because you talk about climbing. Is it like Assassin's Creed-y?
It's way quicker than Assassin's Creed. Like, remember Assassin's Creed, like hold R and A, and you're moving. It's just hold up, and you're just climbing. You just vault pretty much. You just move. Like it's
you just walk into the wall.
Instead of like where Assassin's Creed's like you're like, oh, the climbing is like a part of the gameplay. It's just part of the movement, which I like way more. But you're like, if you're running and you hit like a bump, your character will just climb over automatically.
Oh, okay. So it's like, is there a jump button?
There is, yeah. You have vertical leap in that. You jump at least like 4 feet in the air.
Wow.
Like you bound, and so like I mean, let's put it like this: if you're running at someone who's about your height, you can jump over them. Like you can clear them. So if you want to like parkour around, you can parkour around. And if you buy a really early skill point early on, you can jump and you can pull your arrow and shoot. And it'll slow down time for a little bit.
That's what you want to do.
If you slide, you can slow down time for a little bit.
Do you do that a lot?
I don't do it enough, I think, as I should be doing. But like every once in a while, I'll have this slingshot. Because there's so many weapons. They each have like once you get you have to upgrade your weapons. If you don't upgrade your weapons, you don't get more weapon ammo type. So like for my slingshot, I upgrade it so now I have like freeze bombs and shock bombs. For my trip caster, it's when you put like trip bombs down or like trip wires down. It's like explosive and shock. And then so you have all these abilities. So like I'm like sliding across the ground. I shoot a trip wire and explosive behind me, and the saber-toothed cat's running after me. And it blows up, and then it blows up his back canister because that was set on fire. Then he explodes again and just dies. This is the coolest thing. I'm like, I know how to take this creature down really quickly now. Which is like shoot in the back with a fire arrow, so its canister sets on fire, and then it comes at me. It's like, I'm pissed now. I see you, and if you hit the back canister, it'll explode. So it tripwire down, runs into that, just boom, double explosion, it dies instantly.
And that's like a tangible thing.
Yeah,
it's like
you've
mastered how to take on this one enemy type, and you just know it.
Yeah, you just know it. And like the first part of it, it's like it always feels like I don't know what I'm doing right away. Like it feels rough. Like it feels rough as you're being beaten. You're like, and that game's like, if you get hit, if like a monster's a higher level than you, you'll feel it. Like, it'll hit you and you'll be like, oh, that's half my health. Out of like 420 health, I'm now down to 200. And you're like, and you have like limited, like you can pop health, you can have a lot of health, but like if you're getting hit a bunch, like that health just starts going real quick. And it's fun. Like the combat in that game is fun, and the story's fun. It just feels like the environment is great. It looks beautiful. It's one of the best looking games of the year, hands down. Pretty. And I already know it's all there though. Like I'm only gonna go to the parts that are marked on the map. So what's the point of exploring if I already see it all? Like that kind of thing. Like I'm exploring on my own, so I enjoy how the game looks. Like at night in the woods, that game is hard to beat. Like you're walking in the woods at night, haven't opened the map up in a bit. So I'm like hunting boars and be like, oh, I can try to get this crafting stuff down and get these rare drops. And then like you see like a blue light appearing and it switches across. Like, oh, there's a saber-toothed cat in here, like also killing things in here, and it's like looking for me apparently, maybe. And like that's a cool thing. And I wish it felt more like the world was trying to kill you, or was also felt, I guess, like more alive.
It feels a little artificial.
Yeah, it feels artificial. Like the robots in the world, it feels artificial.
Very fitting.
Yeah, very fitting. And I wish it felt more like the robots were really, scouring around. Like if I go to a place marked, here's where the antelope robot are. There will always be antelope robot there. If I go to a place marked where the saber-toothed cats are, there's always going to be some saber-toothed cats there.
Which is a good thing for, in terms of like logistically gameplay. It's
Yeah.
like, I need that thing, I know exactly where it's going to be.
See, the problem is I haven't had a problem with, like, it's been like, I need fish bones. I need to go shoot fish in the water. There's no marks for where a boar is or where a fish is. They're just everywhere.
Oh.
I think that's how they should have been too. Like, they should just be like around all the time. Like, there should always be saber-toothed cats here. And then you figured out yourself, like, okay, this is where the elk are. They're always here. Like, I'd rather not be told where everything is. I should just find it on my own. I should feel like I should want to explore than, like, me being told, like, this is what you'll find if you explore already. Like, I want to explore myself.
Are there multiple difficulties?
Yeah, I think there's like an easy, medium, and a hard.
And you just pick at the
I
beginning?
just pick normal.
Okay.
And it's difficult. I mean, like, you can find stuff. Like, I have resources out the wazoo. Like, I can build 40 arrows in a second. But, like, if I get hit once, I'm going to lose a lot of health real quick. And I'm using the stealth suit, so you can maybe, you can change outfits on the fly a little bit.
Can I armor up and do some fat rolls?
You can't armor up, but you can be like, I want the heavy armor, and like
Yeah.
it protects you against some more damage. And I think you could just equip that. I haven't bought it. I should probably actually do that. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, give it a try.
Yeah, because you can upgrade your field pouches like so quickly. But like I thought, like the first time, like, oh, I have like 250 wood for making arrows. I don't need any more. And I started upgrading my pouches, and like, oh, you need 50 wood to upgrade a pouch. And I was like, oh, I need to go look for wood now. And I had like that real experience of like playing a Minecraft game. Like, I'm looking for wood. I'm shooting rabbits. And I'm like, okay, where's the rabbit skin? No, that's just meat. That's just meat. That's just meat. Rabbit skin. Upgrade something. You need rabbit skin again. I'm like, oh no. So that game's, it's good. It's the best open world game I've played in a bit. But I'm excited to play Zelda now that I've heard everything about it.
Yeah.
But I've heard one criticism from my friend from Zelda who's been playing it was like, there's a lot to explore in that game. I can't wait to see if I agree with him. Is once I want to do main things, I was just running. Like, there was nothing to do. I just ran once I started doing main things. Like, there's nothing to do in between. If I just want to do the main story quest, there's very little for you to do in that game.
Okay.
Which I'm wondering what that means a little bit.
Well, I was going to ask that for Horizon is, do you feel like if you wanted to, you could just mainline
you
finish?
But that game, like, it's big, but it's compact in how it feels. Like, I can move from spot to spot. You always find campfires around, which is where you manually save the game, and you can tramp. And all you need to do to fast travel, you have to have fast travel packs, but you can make them. You just need to, like, shoot a boar. It's like you have meats, and then you have sticks. You have a fast travel pack. You can press R2 to fast travel, and boom, you're there. So, like, I found a spot, went all to the other side of the map, exploring on my own, and, like, doing another quest. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go back to my quest. Fast travel straight back and was there. That game, it feels like there's like huge swath. There's not huge swaths of like you're running for 2 miles. It's like you're running for 600 meters, and it feels like there's a lot of things to do in between. Like I was finding quests, I was finding new creatures to kill. Like there's a variety of monsters in that game that I'm like constantly finding. So okay. I think that game feels. I think that game's open world where it feels like there's a lot, but it's all compacted really close to each other in a good way. Where like I'm not like having that downtime being like, all right, I'm just driving the car again. I'm just in the car. It's like, no, you're moving and you're finding things because there is no car. It's just your feet. Or you get on a horse, the robot horse. If you override it, you're like, you can ride the robot horse. I'm like, all right, this is cool.
Is that fun?
It's fun.
Okay. And
everyone freaks out a little bit at first. As you first do, they're like, oh, Jesus, there's a robot horse. It's like, no one's supposed to touch robot stuff. And they're like, oh, shit, robot horse. And you're like, it's with me. And they're like, oh, okay, all right, I'm sorry. How'd you do that? You're like, I'll explain later.
Okay.
And it's all explained like you know, but they'll never know.
Mm-hmm. Savages. Got it. Good.
You want to have that appropriation talk now? Is that when we do it?
That's why I brought it up.
Good. So you actually want to have? Okay. I was like, I'm like, good. Just go read Go read that article if you want to learn about it. We're not experts on anything here. Just video games, right?
Quite the opposite, actually.
No. Anything else you play this?
Fire Emblem Heroes.
Okay, tell me about Fire Emblem Heroes. No, let me know. No, give me an update. I want the update. Give me like the 1 minute update.
Pulled a 5-star Kagero. I was pretty happy about that.
God damn.
I have enough feathers to rank up a 4-star to a 5-star now, but I don't know who I want to do because my team is kind of perfect.
Okay.
It's so weird. Like, I don't want to replace anybody.
What if you get Ike, though, and he's like 4 stars?
Oh, well, goodbye, Corrin.
Wow. Well, just like that.
Well, I have a Marth, and I feel like I'm supposed to make my Marth 5 stars, right? Yeah. He's like top tier. He's like S tier. Not S+, but he's S.
He's S.
My Corrin's like a B tier. But the problem is I looked at their raw stats. Like, Corrin has better raw stats. The only thing is Ike has a sword that's good against dragons and also heals him, and he can teleport. But Corrin is going to, like, almost always attack twice.
Yeah, but Ike can teleport and fight dragons.
I don't know if Ike can teleport. Marth can teleport.
Oh, Marth.
But I have Julia. I'm sorry. I have Julia. She has a book that also hurts dragons. So why do I need a sword that hurts large dragon.
That's true. That's got me beat right there.
Exactly, and that's it. It's bad.
Okay.
But Arena is genuinely really fun for me.
I played a bit more Dark Souls 3. I want to talk on this.
Yeah, is this the DLC?
I have not.
Oh.
So I haven't had that much time. It's just been Dark. So I got to the Demon King, the Fire Demon King.
Oh,
There's
yes,
just
the Fire Demon.
Fire Demon King. Oh, it's someone who's never played.
Yes.
I hate that boss. I think that boss is bad.
Why is it
Still.
bad? Why is it bad?
So you're like in Dark Souls 3. What do you think about when you think of a boss in Dark Souls? Like a good boss.
I think of a person the same-ish size as me, maybe a little bigger, a little bit like 2 or 3 times my size, with a big weapon in an arena.
Yeah. Okay. So take all that out. They have a big creature, huge, not huge, but it's like the size.
I don't love the big creature fights.
And so it swings a big hammer at you.
I like hammers.
Which you're like, okay, cool, I can dodge that. All right, but it shoots fire out, and it hits the ground, and fire comes inwards from outside the arena where you can't like see it, and so that'll hurt you, or it comes from out from underneath him and hits you if you're not quick enough on it, or he summons meteors that come down on you, and
he knows meteor.
Yeah, he knows meteor. I think it's just so unfun to fight him. I'm playing the game. I mean, there are creatures I don't like. This is just one of those bosses where I'm like, okay, like I'm just gonna have to throw my head against the like if I get hit once, I'm like losing all my health. So I'm just not making a magic person or anything. It's just like I just have a sword, and he's just like, I'm like, let's get him with my cool sword, and then he's just like, I'm gonna do this move which makes fire come out from underneath me, or this move that makes you have to stay away from me, or all. And I got to the very end, I forgot this. I've played this game before, so this is my like 3rd time through it. I didn't find him the 2nd time, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go get him. And I got to the very end of the fight, and he like kind of falls down, like he's hurt. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go in and go for the kill,
That's
right?
time.
And he explodes and kills instantly. All our HP went away, and I was like, I hate this fucking game. I just put it down. I was like, I'm done. Tonight's I'm done.
Why do you learn the patterns, man?
I don't remember the one thing he never does until the very end of the game. Like that's
Well, of course.
that's a bullshit thing to throw in.
No, that's what you do at the end.
Yeah, you throw bullshit out.
Yeah.
Just like this podcast is all bullshit.
Exactly. Are you playing heavy because they fixed the boys?
No. I play heavy all the time. Is what I usually did, which is why I hated Dark Souls 3 when I
So
first
now they
played
finally
it.
fixed the boys, you're not even going to do it.
No, I was like, I'm going to play a light Dex boy.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be fun. I made my Uchigatana sharp. But I think I'm going to probably play that game some more and try to beat it, but I'm going to probably play through Horizon. I want to play Nine in the Woods, which I haven't played more of yet.
And you got Zelda coming out.
Zelda's Monday, so I got time.
You have 2 days.
Not
even a day and a half.
I don't even have today. I'm not even going to be home till 1.
Fuck.
So, and then tomorrow I'm going to probably play XCOM 2.
Oh my god.
And try to like edit this podcast.
I've been thinking real hard. I want to play Final Fantasy 7 or Suikoden 1. That's where I'm at.
Play Final.
I think I'm gonna think 7's a masterpiece, except for ATB.
I mean,
a fractured masterpiece.
It's a fractured but whole. It's a South Park reference called today.
That game's never coming out.
Do you think that game's ever? Wait, I actually want to pause on this. I don't think that game's coming out.
No, it'll come out in some form.
Do you think that game will be good though? That's my real question. Or do you
think it'll be better than the first one?
Do you think? I think I'm done with South Park, like in a real way now. Like where I didn't think I was before, but I think I'm done with South Park.
Last season was very funny, except for the finale, which didn't close up anything and was really bad.
Okay.
And all my friends who like South Park, like me, agreed that it was a really bad final episode that kind of soured the whole season.
That's depressing.
Yeah, because we're South Park fans. Like we like South Park.
Yeah.
And we didn't like how it.
I'm always up and down on South Park. Like there's times where I'm like, oh, this is really funny, and sometimes I'm like, this is just boring now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I haven't watched South Park in like 3 seasons, I think. So I could probably use a refresher course.
I'm hesitant to recommend the season because it was really good, and then they just dropped the ball in a really disappointing way.
That's depressing. Well, just like depression, this podcast is ending, so I'll leave you guys in a sad state now that our sultry voices are leaving.
Yeah, thanks for listening to our South Park podcast.
Yeah, all right, so all right, pause before you leave.
Damn it.
I'm thinking we run a South Park. No, I'm just kidding. We are leaving now. Say goodbye.
Bye.
I was doing so good. Been a long time since I felt this way. But you cracked that shell. Only time will tell, so I'll wash my hands of it. That mess of presence makes me nervous, and I don't deserve this. What could I do? You didn't ask for this, so I'll wash my hands of it. I was doing so good. Been a long time since I felt this way. But you cracked that shell. Only time will tell, so I'll wash my hands of it. That mess of presence makes me nervous, and I don't deserve this. What could I do? You didn't ask for this, so I'll wash my hands of it.
Fucking hate talking to you.
Wait, what was I again?
You're Joe.
What was my feeling type?
You're ENFP.
Or IN?
Or I. No, you got ENFP. It's what you are now.
Okay. I'm an extrovert. We did it.
EN.
How did that fucking happen?
Was it ENTP or ENFP?
I don't know.
It was ENTP. There you go.
Or INTP.
Yeah. Who cares? Fuck you.
We recording?
We are now.
All right, let's start.
All right.
Intro me.